Hello guys, welcome to Java Developers YouTube channel. In previous class, we had seen about primitive and non-primitive data types, right? I have told you regarding the non-primitive data types basics. I want you people to convey about what are the syntaxes and basic idea. I want to create the basic idea regarding the non-primitive data types. As our upcoming classes, we discuss that non-primitive data types in a deeper manner, and that will be consisting of arrays, okay? Arrays and strings, topics, and interfaces, while we will be covered during the OOPS concept, okay? And coming to today's topic, our topic is about, yeah, this is a step 2. We are in a step 2 already. We completed successfully step 1, and as a step 2 covers keywords and identifiers, already we discussed, and primitive and non-primitive has been discussed in the day 5, and today is the day 6. We are going to discuss about the variables and constants. Already we have the basic idea regarding the variables. We had covered the topic of primitive data types. They have told you about the variables, right? Some idea, right? Yeah. Okay. Today our topic is about variables and constants. Okay, basic idea about the variables is that variables are generally they used for the storage purpose, right? Okay, we can change the variable values, right? That's the concept, we know that. But today our topic is consisting about what are the variables, what are constants, and naming conventions for the variables, and types of variables, and how to write each syntax of variables and constants. We will discuss that. Sorry, constants. Yeah, as a variables, it's only for the storage purpose. I want just take uh int of a is equals to 10. Okay, int of a equals to 10. That means here 10 is stored in a, right? 10 is stored in a. And if you take string s is equals to abc. Okay, here abc is stored in s. Basically, for the storage purpose, we are going to use the variables, right? Yeah, as a variables, we see this example. As a variables, if you want to print the variables, we are going to use the system.out.println, right? Right, this is a printing statement for the variables, right? And I want to store the, I want to save this file, okay, on the desktop for the corejava. Our class name is that, maintain the class name and file name is same, okay, and dot java, okay, dot java. Then go to that folder, okay, desktop corejava, right, and copy the path and go to the cmd, okay, then cd to the particular path, right? It's completed. Then copy the class name and just compile the code, okay, java c dot java. Okay, I have compiled the code. Yes, it's successful. Java, run the code. Okay, our value, this is a this is abc. Already we seen in this our source code, right? But if I want to change, like a is equals to 100, okay, s is equals to probus. Okay, I have done this. Again, I want to print this. Okay, I want to print this, but before printing, I want to create some lines, space between those two letters, two statements. Okay, just compile that and run it. Okay, what you will see that 10 and abc, later the value is changed to the variable a is 100, and for the string it's probus, right? But the main thing is that these comes under the concept of variables. But while coming to the part of, as we see in this, now the final, okay, these are the some type of variables. Let's discuss about constants. Okay, constants, I have taken final, which is a non-access modifier. We will discuss that. And final int of age is equals to 25. Okay, final int of age is equals to 25. Okay, let's yeah, okay, system dot out dot of age, right? Control A, control S. Okay, compile the code, run the code. Okay, you got 25, right? Let's mention age is okay. Next, if I run that, you are able to see age is 25, right? Sorry, yeah, age is 25. Okay, it's good. If I want to change this, if I want to change the age, like int, no, already int is defined, age is equals to 30, and I want to print that age, what you are going to get? Let's just see Java C. Okay, and you are going to get there, we cannot assign the value to the final variable of age. Okay, that means we are using the final as a keyword, right? It's basically a keyword, and moreover final will comes under the criteria of non-access modifier. That means they does not allow the modification. Okay, basically if you are using the final keyword, then there is no modifications will be happening here. Okay, constants, these are comes under the constants. Constants means which does not allow the variable modifications. Okay, that's constant values. Okay, it allows only the constant values. That's the main difference between the variables and constants in Java. Okay, just go for this, compile and run the code. Yeah, you got it, right? Yes. And what is our next topic is about naming conventions of variables. As you've seen here, these are the some types of examples, right? As a variable name must start with the smaller case or underscore. Okay, let's take int of location, sorry, as a string of location is equals to Delhi. Okay, string of location equals to Delhi, or I want to use underscore. Okay, then I want to print that location underscore location, and in the same way I want to start location 2. Okay, let's assume it's a location 1. Okay, then print location 1, just print location 2, but I want to start with dollar. Okay, dollar. Okay, control A, control S to compile that code. Okay, but error is expected at Delhi, I mean semicolon is not used. Yeah, as a location to change it to Pune, space Java C, Java, right? As you've seen here, there is no perfect space between them, so I want to create some space for these examples. Okay, right, I had Delhi and Pune, right? I have created the variables namings, but if I start, okay, if I start string of address is equals to Hyderabad. Okay, string of address equals to Hyderabad. I mean, if I start with 1 2, okay, if I was started with the 1 2, right? So what will happen if I want to print 1 2 address? Okay, just compile the code, you are going to get an error. Okay, what is the error is that it's not a statement, right? It was saying that it's not a statement. Semicolon is expected, but all semicolons are good. But even though it was saying that, what is our error? It's not a statement. because we are using 1 2, right? So what you understand from this example is that as variable names cannot start with the numbers, and variable names it should be starts with the a to z, but we can use the numbers. Okay, we can use the digits in between that, but we cannot start with the digit. Variable name cannot be started with the digit. You can use normal conventions like letters, underscore, and dollars. Okay, if you use, okay, if you use int of a is equals to 100, if I use slash here, okay, if I use slash and I want to print it, okay, I want to print it a slash, what you are going to get? Okay, you are going to get illegal characters, right? It's an error. So no special characters are allowed to the variables. That you have to understand. Okay, next, these are the some of the naming conventions while creating the variables. Okay, and they are case sensitive. I already told you about the case sensitive, right? If you are declaring the variable name is equals to abc, and I mean string is used, okay, no issue with that, and name is equals to abc, both are different. Okay, both are different, both are not same. As per the JVM, they will consider it's different because the case is changing here, right? Variables always starts with the lowercase, but you have started with the capital letter. That means there is some difference, right? So its JVM will understand that there are two different meanings for the two strings you have created. Okay, and next, these are about the naming conventions of variables, and let's discuss about the type of variables. Already we covered about the variables, constants, and naming conventions for the variables and name that, right? Next, it's all about instance, static, and local. Okay, okay, the variables which are declared outside a method. Okay, if the variables are declared outside the method, then those variables are called, but inside the class. Okay, inside the class but outside a method. Okay, those are instance variables. These are also outside the method, okay, but inside the class with a static keyword. Okay, static keyword. But whereas coming to the local variables are inside the method, inside the method and a class. Okay, we will discuss this. Okay, yeah, go to our source code, right? Remove all these things. Yeah. And whatever you are writing here, right, whatever you have been writing here, these comes under the local variables. Okay, what the variables you have been writing here, these will comes under the local variables. Okay, local variables. Okay, because they are writing inside a method. Let's consider it's a method. Okay, it's a main method, right? JVM starting point method, and these will be considered as local variables because you are writing inside a method. If the variables has written here, already we discussed, but I want to, because it's a main topic. Okay, we have different type of methods, variables, and blocks, right? For the main base we have to know about the variables, so that's the idea. Okay, we'll discuss that deeper, no issues with that. Okay, instance variables. Okay, instance variables. Okay, let's take int of b is equals to 1000. Okay, then string of name is equals to Prabhas. Okay, right. I want to, okay, that's a basic idea, but let's use the static. Okay, let's use the static. These instance variable, and this is static variable. Okay, this is static variable. Okay, it's called as an instance variable because it's outside of a method and no static keyword is used. It's a static variable because outside the method, but it can be used with the static keyword. It has been used with the static keyword, so it comes under the category of static variables, right? but how we can access those variables? That means JVM will start executing the code from main method, but they are presented outside the main method, right? So how we can access that? I already told you in the previous class. For the access of variables which is outside the main method, just create an object. Okay, create an object, right? As an object syntax I have explained in the previous class, and just look at that. It's a class name, it's a reference, it's a syntax for the creation of an object. New means it's a create instance of an object, and variable name, and this is a class name, right? Basically it defines the constructor too. Already we discussed. Okay, if I don't have an idea, we will discuss constructor topic in upcoming classes, but it's a syntax, class name as a reference, and you will take the new keyword class name, one parenthesis. Okay, and next vc dot b. Okay, just take print statements. Let's take print statements. Okay, what is our vc dot b? Okay, variable, and I want to take vc dot name. Okay, yeah, let's run the code. Yeah, right, this is the first code, and as a 10 and abc are the local variables, as a 1000 is the instance variable, and Prabhas is it's a static variable, it's a naming, right? This is the some types of variables in Java. Okay, how we are accessing this instance variable? Just look at that. I have created the object. Okay, this line will tells us about creation of object. Okay, creation of an object. Okay, we are accessing instance variable. Okay, we are accessing about instance variable, and here we are accessing static variable. Okay, here instance variable is nothing but we are taking the reference. Okay, it's a class, right? It is a class is a combination of variables and methods, right? So I was taking the reference vc, then what is the variable name we had given for the instance, then dot of b. Okay, then next come to the static. How we can access that? By using as a reference vc, and we are calling the variable name as name, right? So it can be accessed and you are able to see the output here. And that's all about uh various types of variables. Okay, instance, yeah. Basically for the instance variables we need to create an object for the accessing purpose, and for the static variables there are some more ways we can access that. We will discuss these type of variables in deeper, because it's an important topic. Okay, I mean, what is the memory location where they are storing, and how we can access the instance variables, what are the default values for the instance variables, because our next topic is about instance variable methods. Okay, there are three types of methods: local methods, instance methods, and static methods. And there is another concept like blocks. Okay, like instance blocks, static blocks, how the blocks will behave based on what conditions they are been running, how they are running. Okay, there for those concepts the type of variables plays an important role. Okay, so better to understand about the variables, because without variables we can't do anything in Java code, because everything is a variable. Any concept you will take in the Java, that's independently depends on this type of variables. Okay, yeah, thank you for watching. If you have any doubt, just comment me below. For our daily class, join our WhatsApp group. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel.